Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, we're back.
Here with frequency shift.
Yeah.
I'm your host Dennis. We have
And I'm your host, Max. And we're
got
back after a long period. I
Yeah,
guess, I don't know. There was all of these things,
we had spring break.
Spring break,
and before
yeah.
spring break, we had a no student day.
Yes.
Where it was just only staff.
So it feels like a whole month we've been out of
Yeah,
class.
basically. I'm getting rusty at this now.
Yes, me too,
It's a
me
little
too.
difficult.
Like I didn't even know, like, what are we going to talk about?
Well, I mean, we can talk about what we attended, not too long
Yes,
ago.
yes.
Before, we went on this very long break. But have you seen the weather lately? It's been a little crazy.
It's crazy. There's all these flood watch in effect and like wind and storm conditions and all of that. It seems like weather is going a little crazy here in Florida lately.
Yeah, one day it's hot, one day it's cold. It's so
Yes.
random. Yesterday, I would say, I don't know if you were outside last night, but it was so nice out.
Yes, it was
It was
nice.
just nice breeze. I went to this little cafe, and I was just reading my book outside, and it felt nicer outside than
Yes.
it did inside. And it was just
Yeah, actually, Sunday evening, I went out with my family. We went to downtown Tampa, and it was so nice. The
Yeah.
breeze. We went by the river, and we walked around, and it was nice. And now we want to welcome our friend, Emily.
Hello. Sorry, I was in the bathroom.
Yes.
So one thing I wanted to say about the weather.
TMI.
Well, no, I mean,
li-
one thing I wanted to say about the weather is, first I want to ask, did you guys commute here? Like, was it raining when you guys were on your way here?
Yep.
Yeah, it was really raining.
So for me, at least, it's like, it rained a little bit. You know what I mean? Which, by the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but they say the very worst weather for especially driving on the interstate is when it only rains a little bit.
Yeah.
They say
Yeah.
because it's just enough water to raise the oil up. Because you know how people spill oil on the road, everything.
Yeah.
Right.
It raises it up, and it
So
makes the
road-
roads really slick.
Yeah.
They say if it's been raining a long time, it kind of washes the oil away, and it's a little bit better.
Wow.
So they say the very worst traction is when it first starts raining. And as a testament to that, there were 2 crashes on the interstate this morning.
Wow. That's terrible. Yeah, that's
It's
terrible.
insane.
It's it seems that the infrastructure in the Tampa Bay area it seems like to be updated, to be honest. And
yeah.
I don't want to sound political. You know how I
mean-
get political sometimes, but like I don't know. There should do something about it. I
And
guess.
it's odd because they'll choose to do it at the most inconvenient times, like to the point where when they're working on extending one lane, they'll
Yeah.
block 3 other lanes.
Yeah.
And we have just one lane,
Yeah.
so one line of cars, and it happens to be when everyone's trying to get to work or when everyone's trying to get somewhere home.
I
whatever it could
think
be.
that department is called planning, but I
Yeah.
think the least thing that they do is planning.
Yeah.
They don't plan because
They'll
honestly,
block it off
yeah, like
for a long
why
time,
do you
and
do
then
that
one
during
day
the?
They
just-
must have cut the planning department.
Yeah,
Save some money.
Yeah, I mean that makes
it's a
sense,
budget
man.
thing, I guess. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Definitely, probably.
Guys, why don't we talk about what we did during our spring break?
Okay,
And
yeah.
I'm sure you guys did. You guys did some fun, right?
I was working.
Working?
I was working, and
That's not fun.
I was also working on my show, my personal radio show,
That's cool.
for my internship. So I was just kind of editing that, catching up on some other assignments, and just making sure I was being productive. I'm a very I abuse myself when I'm not doing something productive. Like I get really, I'm just being lazy, bro.
Right.
I can't ever relax. I don't know. I'm just overworking all the time. But what did you guys do?
Well, I went to Key West.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, so I drove over there. I think, and I stopped like in each of the keys, or most, not each, but I think 4 or 5 of the keys. I stopped by and just walked around for a while. I think it was a cool experience. I went to the Keys about 8 years ago for the first time. but then I decided, that I was gonna go with my family to the Keys, and I think it was a good experience. I mean, I like driving the distance, I guess, and there's like so much to learn.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys knew, but there was a president that had a house at Key West.
Who was it? Was it
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
Let me.
I don't want to be wrong, but was
No,
it
no.
Teddy?
I know the big man Trump lives in Florida. I mean,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
right
yeah.
now. He lives in the White House, but you know what I mean.
No, yeah, no, but nobody likes Trump. But anyhow,
Agreed.
yeah. No, but there's so much history in that area, and that Key West is the nearest point to the south of the United States that is closest to Cuba. So
Yeah.
it's 90 miles to Cuba.
That is wild. I did not know that.
Yeah. So it was a good experience. A lot of history, like I said, and a lot of fun. The beach also.
Of course, yeah.
So
if
we
we
enjoy
lifted
that.
some of our travel restrictions on Cuba, then living in the Keys would be awesome. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
you could go there, like
yeah.
Yeah.
you could go there for the weekend and come back.
They could come here.
Yeah.
They're
Yes.
like, what?
That'd be awesome. That'd be so cool.
Yes,
But,
and the thing is that some people say that at night you could actually spot some of Cuba lights, like
Oh, that's
like
crazy.
when it's not cloudy. That's what they said. And I was doing some googling right now, and the president who lived there in Key West was Harry S. Truman. He has spent like 175 days while he was a president there.
that's awesome.
Yeah, so
Speaking of Florida, the Key West area and like Miami, that whole direction is like the only place I haven't been in Florida. I've been all around Florida.
Wow.
Yeah, I've never been to Key West. I've been to Miami, but never to enjoy Miami, which I want to go take a
Right.
trip down
Yeah.
there. Like, I've went for, like, necessary purposes, I guess.
well, people drive like crazy in Miami.
Yeah,
if you
oh,
think
I bet.
if you think Tampa is bad, wait
Man.
till
Oh my
you go
gosh.
to Miami.
There's so much driving, like the minor driving laws and stuff that we just don't follow here in Florida.
Uh-huh.
Like everybody speeds on the interstate,
Right.
but then you get to Georgia, which is bordering us, shares a huge border with us, and they're really, really, really strict on their driving
Oh
laws.
yeah.
So it's like Floridian drivers are probably like 99% of the people they pull over up there.
yeah.
I have a friend, I won't say his name, but he's not allowed back into...
Really?
Like, he's not allowed to drive in Georgia. So if he were to get pulled over in Georgia, he'd be arrested and have his license suspended.
Dang.
You
'Cause
gotta
he
be
had like
kidding.
a ticket that he never paid up there
Oh my gosh.
for
Them-
years.
And I
Now
gotta
that you're saying
crack
that.
on them. I gotta crack on them Georgians a little bit because, for one, their court system is so like it's like the Stone Age a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
My dad had this traffic ticket. I have two stories on this. Dad had this traffic ticket. He goes up there to pay it, like at the courthouse, and they pull up a clipboard. He's like, the bailiff guy's like, let me get my clipboard. No computers, no nothing. Like, it's
You
still
gotta
like
be.
100
What
years
year was
ago.
that?
This is like 2 years ago.
The
The other
Stone
story
Age.
on that is
Georgia Stone Age.
we were driving up there because we were on our way to Tennessee, so we wanted to clear as much land as possible. We were speeding a little bit, It was like interstate roads. It was like we were the only people there, so it was like not dangerous. But the point, we get pulled over. This Georgian cop, is like his hair is like as red as the clay up there. He goes. Now I caught a lot of speeders today, but you was the fastest one.
It sounds like a hillbilly.
Yeah, I'll never forget that, man. That was so funny.
Guys, we need to welcome our friend Josh, who finally made it after going through I-75 and 3 or 4 accidents on the way.
Yep.
Why don't we give him a hand of applause?
Okay.
Hey, welcome, Josh.
Hey, you survived that traffic, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I was reading your text messages about that while I was also driving through there. I wasn't personally driving. It was bad, yeah. I mean, I could tell that there was a couple crashes up there because it was stopped. Everybody was parked.
Like there was semi trucks, there was 2 cars.
God dang.
It's like, man. Plus the rain. People
rain.
forget how to drive in the rain.
You bet.
So I was trying to keep like 2 car lengths in front of me, but then I had someone just right on my bumper the whole
Yeah.
time. It's just, I hate driving.
Everybody wants you to go faster, but and I was just telling them, when it's only a little bit of rain like that, you want to be driving as carefully as possible because that's the most dangerous time.
Yeah.
It's just crazy because thankfully I'm pretty close, so I didn't have to face it, but it was just so nice out that I'm like, I kind of don't want to get up.
Yeah.
I want to come and get up.
Dude,
and
I
get
was
outta
close to not coming, I'll be honest.
I know,
Like,
right?
it was just prime rainy weather, you know?
It's like the weather that you sleep in too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely didn't want to come here. You know?
Don't sleep behind the wheel. I know.
Dude, I was getting sleepy.
I was watching a documentary, Netflix before I came in here, and I was like, man, I wish.
And the wrong
That
documentary
sounds
will
like a vibe.
definitely put you to sleep.
Yeah.
Wait,
It happens to me all the time.
Did we all see Tiger King during the pandemic?
I did not. I would say that.
Tiger King, the documentary.
About what?
The
it's
guy
about
with the tiger. Who
yeah,
had like
this guy had this like.
From
all
here,
these
from Florida?
tigers. I think he was from Florida.
Yeah.
I think it was actually based in Tampa, if I'm not wrong.
I think so. It was.
The guy who has like a weird haircut.
Yeah.
I
it
saw
was like
that.
Joe
Yeah.
King or something.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
something
Tiger
funny.
King. I think.
Yeah,
I think that was the name.
Funny documentary, man.
Yeah,
that
really
documentary
funny.
would not put me to sleep. I mean, that just got me wide awake.
I heard it was crazy though. I
It
know
was pretty crazy.
But all right, guys, I'm gonna put you quick on break, and then we'll
Yep.
cover what we actually
Let's play
had
some
done
music.
before.
Mhm.
But
We got
yeah,
more.
see you guys in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome
Hello.
back.
Hey,
Hello.
and we got more here at Frequency Radio, right?
Frequency, yeah.
shit,
I don't know. I keep
Hawk
confusing
Radio.
the name. Why do I keep confusing the name?
Because we started on as frequency culture, and we
Right,
decided
right, right.
frequency
Yeah, and then we
shift is
switched
And now I change it to Frequency Radio, right?
yeah. There's gonna be a third one.
Yeah.
We have an identity crisis over here.
I think so. My bad. Emily, you have something interesting to talk about today.
Absolutely, I do. I wanted to talk about the Artemis 2 mission to the moon.
Ah, wow, cool.
I went to go see that. So on the day before, which was I don't know March 31st, right?
Mhm,
31 days of March. We drove over there. It was like 3 hours from where we're at.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm 2.5, 3, whatever.
Mhm.
And we went to go see the rocket launch. So we have a friend, a family friend, who is a NASA engineer.
Wow.
And
Wow.
so he's got this nice condo right across the Indian River from the Kennedy Space Center,
Mhm.
which is where they launched the rocket from, the Florida Space Coast. And it was awesome. I mean, I know that's not really insightful commentary, but I gotta say,
No,
it's
no, no.
not every day that you
Right.
see a rocket go to the moon.
And
It's
that
the first
is
time we sent
facts.
a rocket with people on it in 50 years.
Exactly. And guys, just in case that you've been living under a rock, as they say, we're talking about Artemis 2. Artemis 2, which is NASA's first crew mission to the moon since 1972, according to Kennedy Space Center. And this time, they're carrying 4 astronauts. Reed Wiseman, who's the commander, Victor Glover, who's the pilot, Christina Koch, I think she's part of some type of technician, and Jeremy Hansen, who, by the way, is the first Canadian to be on the moon or to travel, do a space travel
Right.
over the
Expedition,
core.
yeah.
Yes.
And while we're calling this a trip to the moon, this time they're not landing on it. They're just going to do a figure 8 flyby.
And they're not?
They're not going to land on it this time. But
Oh,
on the
okay.
Artemis 3 mission, I believe they're going to land on it. And I want to talk about that figure 8 for a second because it's actually insane what they're doing. They launch the rocket,
Mm-hmm.
and they do a couple of circles around the Earth
Wow.
to slingshot.
Oh,
What
shoot.
they're literally gaining momentum around the Earth
Mm-hmm.
to slingshot themselves toward the moon. And then when they do that, they cross by in kind of an X shape, and they circle around the moon a couple times and launch back.
Wow.
They call it a figure 8 because
They're
it's going
going
to be in
around
the
the
shape
earth.
of an 8.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's cool.
So yesterday, I was watching the news about it yesterday, and they just completed their flyby yesterday, and now they're on their way back. So they are now heading back to Earth.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh.
So is it true that there were gonna be like with no communication to Earth like for over 50 minutes or
Yep,
something like that?
That's what I heard about that is, we'll have to Google if it was 50 minutes or 50 hours, but there was the amount of time that they were passing behind the moon.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because they can't communicate with Earth. There's a moon between us.
Right, right.
Speaking about that, I was when I watched it, I was kind of on the balcony, so I could see the TV and the rocket. And on the TV, it had the stats of the rocket. This thing was traveling at 18,000 miles an hour.
Wow.
Wait,
18,000
That is
miles an
insane.
hour.
how is that even possible? In
Rocket
space?
fuel.
All right.
Oh no, I mean
Rocket
it was on Earth. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Within 5 minutes mission elapsed time, it was 145 miles away from Earth.
I think it takes like 10 minutes for this rocket to get out of actually
Orbit.
Earth.
No, it took
the atmosphere.
10 minutes?
almost 2 minutes.
2
Oh.
minutes.
Almost
Just
2
2
minutes.
minutes.
Oh.
It's that
Wow.
fast.
And there.
Remember, it's 18,000 miles an
yeah.
hour fast.
Gosh.
Dude, the anxiety.
I watched the thing. In 1
Yeah,
minute's
yeah.
time, it was out of eyesight.
Yeah. If I wasn't claustrophobic, I'm probably.
Oh my
I
God.
could.
I don't think there's
on
any
that.
fear that could stop me from getting on that rocket. That would be awesome. And that's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Except for these people, they're going to go multiple times.
Right.
That's awesome.
Do you know that they have to exercise while they're on the rocket?
I mean, I seen this one because that's probably the ISS. But on this rocket, they really don't have a lot of room in there.
But they have to
I
do
think
some
that they
type
have
of
to
Yeah,
take
because their
turns.
body,
Yeah.
like their body will be.
And one of the most important facts that I heard about this mission, or that I read about this mission, is that for the first time they're having a bathroom. Or
That's
something.
awesome.
Oh wow.
You know,
That's
it's very important for me. I don't know. I guess it's because of my age.
Yeah, but these are the people. This is basically a practice run for the moon base. Our goal, apparently, NASA's goal, is that they're going to get people on the moon and build a base there.
And then start a colony.
Right.
That's really awesome.
Now, Josh, how interested would you be in living on the moon? Like if they were to offer you an opportunity to go there and actually live there for 3
Getting
months or
paid.
so.
Getting paid? You're going on the moon.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean,
You should have to pay them.
What is that
No
money gonna do
traffic.
on the moon?
Dennis, no traffic, no I-75.
Yeah,
you
they
know
have to
what?
pay
Yeah,
moon
maybe I'll go to
dollars.
the moon.
You know, if
That's
that
not pretty
was
good.
like the conditions of not, you know, what I'm
Yeah.
saying, this is what I get to have freedom from, I probably would.
Yes.
Hey, no tariffs.
No tech.
No,
Wow.
no war with Iran.
No gas
No,
price
no,
issues.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
Donald
man.
Trump.
How would I order stuff though?
Amazon.
DoorDash.
Just Amazon.
You know what? Real soon there's gonna be Amazon space, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
They
Damn,
send you
Amazon
a little
space.
rocket.
Yeah.
That'd be-
Oh no, they'll just build after the moon base. The very next thing they're gonna build is some Amazon warehouses
Oh,
over
yeah.
there.
I'm sure Bezos
The
is working on
capitalistic
it
world
right
that we
now.
live in.
Yeah,
I'd be
yeah.
surprised.
Capitalizing on it.
What do they call that? The Jeff Bezos rocket, his space program, the Deep Ocean Blue or some crap.
Something like that.
Ocean Blue or something like
I don't
that.
know. It's not the ocean, man. It's space. He's probably a little confused.
Something like that. I don't know.
Not you. I mean Bezos.
No,
probably a little
Bezos. Yeah,
confused.
he's kind of like a weird guy too. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh, yeah.
By the way,
I guess
did
I don't
get
like
the,
this rich guys. Huh? What?
The how long they were without contact? It was 40 minutes.
Oh,
40 minutes.
40 minutes.
Oh yeah, I
so
was close.
anxious,
I was
man.
close.
Like,
Yeah, that would have been
Wow.
the longest 40 minutes ever. for
Right.
them.
Of course.
Can you imagine the preciseness of the math to calculate the way to slingshot yourself using the Earth's gravity toward the moon? I mean, if you were going just a little bit too fast, you'd be hurtling out to nowhere in space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when you're circling around the Earth, you're not going toward the moon. Not yet. You know what I mean? You have to go the wrong way so that you can build up that momentum.
Yeah.
If you go too fast, you're
Wow.
gone. you're just hurtling out to the middle of nowhere. Be horrible.
But
They can't turn around in that rocket.
I also saw that NASA from Earth they can correct actually the trajectory of the spacecraft. You know.
Can they? That's awesome. I didn't know that.
That
Yes,
makes
yes,
sense.
they can do it.
But how
No.
did they get that connection?
I don't know.
Guys,
I wonder
we're
if the
out of
astronauts
music
got a
here.
steering wheel.
I'm
I know,
getting
I got
pissed.
some stuff. Did you guys want to segue, or are we still? You want to touch on this
I
subject?
think we'd have like a minute more yapping,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk about the Women in Film event that we all went to.
Yes.
All right.
So, I think, if I was the pilot or any of these people really, I would want them to put me a steering wheel in that rocket ship. I don't care if it didn't do anything. I think it would make me feel
Give 'em
comfortable.
That's a good
Control of
point.
it.
You know what I mean?
You
You
know
can
that?
pretend that you're in control of the ship.
Yeah.
That'd make
Like
me feel
you're
so
in
much more
control,
comfortable.
right?
Yeah, maybe some gas pedal.
You imagine they're accelerating from Earth, and you're there pretending you're accelerating.
It's like,
Stomping
you know
on
how
the
little
gas.
kids drive, where they're doing the steering wheel back and forth when they're
Right.
going straight.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
You guys ever have those toys growing up?
Uh,
Like a fixed steering wheel, you just
Yeah,
drove in the back
absolutely.
seat.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah,
the
sure.
loud button, like the buttons that make
steering
sounds.
wheel for the Wii you'd put the Wiimote in the middle.
Ah,
That
yeah,
Mario
remember
Kart.
that.
Mario
Yeah.
Kart.
Yeah.
Mario Kart. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
All right. Real quick, guys, I'm gonna put you on a quick break, and
Yeah.
when we get back, we'll be talking about our little event, Women in Film, that we all attended to before.
Yes.
our
Visions
very
of
long
her.
break.
Visions of her. Real
Vision.
women.
Real, and that's spelled REEL,
Like
a
real?
film reel.
Yeah.
Like an
real.
Instagram
Very
reel.
clever.
Yes.
Yeah, like Instagram reels. Actually,
Yes.
that's
Like
probably
a
what they're going
very
for.
clever name. For
All right,
it.
guys, and we'll be back.
Yep.
All right, and we're back here with
Max. I mean, no, Max. No, we're back here with Visions of Hair. Real women.
MX.
Yes, MX, of course. Yes, we attended this conference. It was on March 10th that we went to this amazing conference
Long time
here
ago.
at
Wow,
Ybor City campus. And I can tell you that I learned a lot from that experience.
It was kind of eye opening. How like very like it is 2026 and like the amount of like very little representation, but it's events like these that kind of start spreading awareness about this situation.
Exactly.
Absolutely. And what I want to say about that is yeah, it's kind of the future right now, and we do have like more representation is getting closer and closer to being equal. But as it does, you kind of like forget about the stuff going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of what they talked about, which is like, I don't know, discrimination in the workplace, in film settings and stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of these women were talking about how they were characterized in like these roles. Like they had very strong leadership positions in these roles, and anytime they would come to speak or approve of something, the employee or the director would be like, "Oh, you're just a PA," but really they happen to be like the set designer or the producer, co-producer, things of that nature.
Yes, I think from that conference I also learned how women are still underrepresented in the film industry, making up only about 20% of the workforce. This shows that the industry is still largely dominated by men, and highlights also the need for more inclusion and opportunities for women.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah, they used a word for that. I don't remember what the word was, but it, specifically that statistic was referring to women like the jobs that are not like writing jobs. So they were talking about like camera people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They had a very specific word to describe what type of job that was, but I cannot think of it right now.
Right. And Josh, who were the people who hosted this event?
Well, we had Sam Allen, we had Krista Borini, Cameron Brumbello, Tian Liu, Stacy Talley, and Tyler Martinello. Wow, that's a...
Monticello?
Yeah, is it Italian? It's a cool name.
Hey, we love Italians, man.
Tyler M.
Right.
Tyler M. Shout out to him.
Actually,
Hey, shout out to Italians for pizza, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess. Tyler, I had done an internship event a few weeks prior to that for the Gasparilla Film Festival, and he was the one kind of who was like the orchestrator. He actually represents for the Tampa Theater, I believe.
Really?
He's a very big figure in like the Tampa Bay film scene. I think he used to teach at UT as well, I believe, which is what he was talking about at the poll that they were having there.
That's sick.
But yeah, he's a pretty big figure locally, and he's, I guess, brought a lot of students and people under his wing who've been very prominent in the Tampa Bay film industry.
Yeah, when you get into film stuff like this, especially local film, the world gets smaller. You know what I mean? You start bumping into the same faces like very much more often.
That's
Yes. Tian Liu, I think she touched a very important point, and it was the lack of mentorship.
Yeah.
For women in film, one major issue that she discussed was the difficulty in finding mentors. Mentorship, it's very key in creative industries, but many women struggle to find guidance and support from experienced professionals.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy because I think a lot of Krista Borini was also talking about this. Is in film, you can't expect mentorship. You won't always get it. A lot of these people who are speaking up here were mostly self-made. who built themselves up from the ground up, and that's just such an inspiring thing. And they were sitting here from a higher position, explaining that you can do it too. And I actually was reading an article prior to this. It was upon the movie Marty Supreme. I don't know if you guys are watching it. Gwyneth Paltrow had not been in the film industry for years. I don't know. That was the older lady, the actress in the film. Mm-hmm. But she actually was in an interview about the film. She said one of the biggest changes, right, in film were I'm trying to find the word. The involvement of intimacy coordinators.
Yes.
Back then, they would just, the director would be like, all right, get naked. And you just get naked and get in bed. And it's crazy. Like, she said that, like, it was a huge eye-opener to film. And, like, a lot of intimacy coordinators are women. And basically, in this poll, is that what they call it? Like when they're talking, they were talking about the need for intimacy coordinators and how even that position is not taken very serious, but is a very important role to a lot of films. And yeah, it was actually a question brought up by someone in the crowd who was an intimacy coordinator for like a film studio.
Right.
One of the things that also caught my attention was this whole conception or misconception that there is about attending like a famous film school like NYU. Even attending a prestigious film school like that does not guarantee success.
Yeah.
And I also credit, social media with what is happening. I mean, any kid right now could produce anything that could really be impactful and really, even change society sometimes. So
for a fact.
Yeah. So I want to build a little bit on what you said is, you could spend all your money at a really prestigious and expensive school and not hit it big. But that also goes the other way around. You could go to a school like HC and absolutely hit it big.
Yeah.
But you could not go to school. Lots and lots and lots of people don't go to school. Iron Lung, big movie came out.
Yeah.
Was like #1 movie in America for a couple days, which is amazing because it was an indie film.
Yes.
And the director, Mark Fishbach, also known as Markiplier Online, I don't believe he didn't go to film school at all.
Yeah.
I believe he went to college for a little while. I don't think he even finished college. Even a guy like that was able to hit it big in a movie like that. So it's just it's one of those things.
Yeah. And I remember Tyler Martinolic, who's the film Tampa-based film commissioner. He also touched some of what it is, the use of social media. Social media platforms are powerful tools, for sharing work and building an audience, but it also works for this type of industry.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of, I don't know how they call it, but they're having this little like soap opera, dramatic, videos.
Yeah, like mini short films. But they're called vertical. Is it vertical films?
Yes,
vertical films.
That's because they're mostly like on cell phone.
Yeah,
exactly. But they have like a fantastic quality, fantastic quality, and also like they have like you really have to be very smart, to actually summarize a script that is like for something that is intended for 1 hour and a half, and then just put it like in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Or 1 minute and a half, which is actually the short,
There's an account I follow that actually does that with actual movies. Like they've shortened all of Star Wars into just 3 minutes of a vertical film. And it's like, how do you even
it's insane.
manage to do that? It's a 3-hour-long movie.
Yeah,
right,
you're right.
That's awesome.
A lot of these people at the at this poll were talking about the introduction of that being a very popular in Eastern countries. Yeah. And it like being the future over there, which is gonna inadvertently become the norm here. But it's kind of amazing. A lot of these like creators kind of like stand by supporting that because it becomes like more accessible to the public. Like you can make a film, you can make a vertical film today. You don't need a budget, you know. Just have a camera, an iPhone, and some friends is what they were talking about.
Yep.
That's
Absolutely.
all you need.
And it is amazing what you can actually do with an iPhone.
Yeah.
You know, it has a lot of functionalities and things that people don't know. If you're into film, I suggest you to download an app. It's called Black Magic Cam, and it's
I've heard
free.
of that, yeah.
It's free, and you can actually shoot everything in a format that it's just like a movie. You know, you have to color grade it later. They are raw files, as they call it, and it can actually help you. You know, even like I said, to create a movie. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
And hey, you know, as somebody in intro to film, I think I'm going to be learning very soon. You know, the powers of a phone and some friends, because that's without spending $2,000 on your final project for film school, you want to be relying on an iPhone and friends for I have a short film coming up for my final project, and
That's cool.
I'm not going to be spending $2,000 on a camera for it.
By the way, $2,000 a day probably if you rent it.
Or if you rent it, but I mean like if you purchase it.
Oh yeah, $2,000.
I see it.
There's a show that Krista Borina is making.
Oh, for real?
From here in Tampa.
Oh really?
About Tampa.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that, right?
Called A Land Remembered. Based on a novel by Patrick D. Smith. And created for television by Todd Wiseman Jr. and Krista Borina. So
that's interesting.
You know, Tyler.
Soon.
Yeah.
That's just all the information we got.
Tyler was talking about that. He said that the Tampa scene was starting to get bigger. Like, especially with this, it's going to put some more spotlight upon the Tampa Bay area.
Absolutely.
And I don't know you guys, but I think it's something that really worries me. Why is there still a pay gap between men and women in the film industry? I mean, I thought we were in 2026 already. That shouldn't be an issue.
See, that's the eye-opener.
That's one of the things that these guest speakers discuss about this pay gap and how noticeable the pay difference between men and women in film industry it is up to this day, you know, reflecting an ongoing inequality.
Yeah. It depends on like the roles too that they're put in, because they are put in like minuscule roles sometimes, which is like they'll make an assistant role to like whatever,
right?
And that'll be like the position that they'll put these women in when they're overqualified. Oftentimes as qualified, if not more than most of the producers / directors on a lot of these sets.
Yeah, makes sense.
But I'm gonna send you guys off on a quick. I'm gonna send you guys off on a quick break, and we'll get right back to the show.
Hello. We are back with
Yes.
Frequency Shift.
On Hawk Radio.
And we have the
Hawk
most
Radio.
fun when we are, off the air, right?
You know,
There are
some people
things that
plan,
happen here.
Our
Nobody
plan
knows.
is already set. We don't need a plan. We just joke around on break.
I have concepts of a plan.
Right.
So while we have a couple minutes left, and we're about to go into wrap up, but before we do, I wanted to point out one last thing about this conference, which was actually what was unsaid rather than what was said. So as a trans woman, right? I want to talk about trans women in film for 1 second.
Yeah.
Because already, like, I'm sure you watch TV, you watch movies, I'm sure you don't live under a rock. You don't see trans women in shows or TV too much.
Yeah.
But when you do, it is most often not played by a trans woman, but rather by a man.
Wait,
which
really?
is yeah, I mean most of the time. You get some rare instances, especially in shows that are like overtly like the whole show is queer.
Yeah.
But if you have like the average, 1 or 2 queer people in a cast, it's usually not. And in fact, you get this is a problem even more prevalent with gay men, where gay men will be played by straight men very, very often.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's like, I'm not a fan of that because already, like I said, there's not many roles that could be filled by trans women. So you lessen that even much when you're giving roles that are trans women to men, or to cisgendered women.
Yeah.
It happens sometimes. So I just wanted to say that it's on-screen roles for film, because behind the screen roles, it's easier for trans women to get because they're not on TV, blah blah blah. But on-screen roles, it's very, very difficult.
Yeah, because it's not proper representation.
Right.
I
Right.
can agree with you on that, especially when it comes to, this is another thing that is in the same realm, but in a different way, but putting a certain race upon somebody who's not that race. And
Yeah.
having
Right.
to play,
I was gonna-
because
yep.
somebody's racially ambiguous, you'll pick a race for them to
Yeah.
act as, and that is a bit uncomfortable, because if you're not of that race, you shouldn't be representing a character playing that.
Right.
It's like
Because it's two-sided. On the one hand, you're not that race, you might not feel comfortable, it's just
Yeah.
awkward. But on the other hand, you're now taking that job away from somebody who is that race.
Yep, exactly.
And when you talk about that, you know what I think? I think about Al Pacino.
Yeah.
Al Pacino is American Italian or Italian American, right? Scarface, but when you see his biggest roles, he's playing a Latino.
Yeah.
Scarface, Carlitos Way.
I can't lie
You
to
know?
you. That is an instance where, hold on, because his performance was amazing. His accent was not the best, but
he did the best, and I love him. But I also think about the opportunities that he
could
took
have been,
took away.
from someone who probably was Latino and could have done an awesome job too.
Exactly.
The problem with like newer films, because they've been doing that a lot even more.
Yeah.
I mean, they take Puerto Ricans and make them Mexican in movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
And I
It's
think
like-
as a
or
society, we just don't
Dominicans,
care
it's
enough
like-
about that kind of thing. Not as much as we should.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It should be a bigger deal. I know this was a thing that happened a while ago, and is not really common, but it's very much on topic. Was Robert Downey Jr.
Oh,
playing a black man in Tropic
Tropic
Thunder.
Thunder.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It is
I mean I guess that's the most egregious instance of it, and that like people really. That's in mind for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But like what you said about Al Pacino, that's less in mind for people because it's less overt, I guess.
Yeah.
Like they didn't have to paint his face for him to look the part
Exactly.
in those movies,
See that? Yeah.
But I think, especially for directors and for the people whose job it is to pick these people out, good enough is what flies.
Yeah.
And I think we got to ask for more than that.
100%.
Exactly. In general, I would say, just to wrap up, that the visions of her, Real Women, I think it was an awesome conference. I would like to thank Nerissa, our professor, for inviting us and for making us part of this event. I think we learned a lot.
Yeah.
I do believe that women are underrepresented, and I really hope that changes,
Yeah.
Absolutely. And while we're on that, I'd like to thank my teacher, Jim Sims, because it was actually his class that I did not attend to go to that, because he had his entire class go to that instead of going to class.
Oh.
So
Exactly, wow.
he is a big Jim Sims. Is a big fan of these events, and he often is actually part of coordinating these events.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Wow,
So-
that's great.
Yeah.
Guys, that's all we have for today, and I guess we'll catch up next week.
Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you have a wonderful Tuesday, and yeah, we'll catch you next time. Bye bye.
See ya.